The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s, South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net. 21st Precinct, aka 21st Precinct and 21st Precinct, was a police drama broadcast on CBS Radio from July 7, 1953, to July 26, 1956. It was initially a summer replacement for My Friend Irma. The program was produced in cooperation with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association of the City of New York and presented adaptations from true criminal records in New York. From the policeman's point of view. Historically, the 21st Precinct had been located near Gramercy Park in Manhattan, but in 1929 the department reorganized the precinct numbering, and the 21st designation was dropped from use. No such precinct existed during the show's run, nor does a 21st exist today. However, the fictional precinct's territory corresponds closely to that of the Upper East Side's 23rd Precinct as it has existed since 1929. Stanley Niss was the producer-writer-director. The role of Precinct Captain Frank Kennelly was played by Everett Sloan for the first 109 episodes and briefly in episode 135. During episode 109, Captain Frank Kennelly was promoted to Deputy Inspector and reassigned out of the 21st Precinct. He was replaced by Captain Cronin James Gregory, 1955-56, and Les Damon, 1956. Other cast regulars were Ken Lynch as Lieutenant Matt King, Harold Stone as Sergeant Waters, Jack Arissa as Sergeant Collins, and Santos Ortega as Lieutenant Gorman. The program's announcer began the program's opening each week. 21st Precinct. It's just lines on a map of the city of New York. Most of the 173,000 people wedged into the 9/10 of a square mile between Fifth Avenue and the East River wouldn't know, if you asked them, that they lived or worked in the 21st. Whether they know it or not, the security of their persons, their homes, and their property is the job of the men of the 21st. At that point the lead actor would complete the introduction. The 21st Precinct. 160 patrolmen, 11 sergeants and 4 lieutenants of whom I'm the boss. My name is Kennelly. Frank Kennelly. I'm captain in command of the 21st. Art Hanna, Bob Hill, and Hugh Holder were the program's announcers. The series was produced by John Ives. It was usually directed and written by Stanley Niss. Another source lists Niss as producer. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Now, don't go away, because next on CBS Radio's Comedy Time are those two zany characters of many characters, Bob and Ray.
And now Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network. Well, thank you. This was a day of parades, Veterans Day, wasn't it?
Yeah. Big one up Fifth Avenue here, I think.
Well, let's see. We promised yesterday. Remember, we ran out of time after about 13, 14 minutes on the air, and we had promised you boys and girls that we were going to call in Arthur Schrank. You remember?
Yes, I do.
Well, that time has finally arrived now. I am now adjusting my... Oh, I was going to say I'm adjusting my earphones. I discovered... You won't believe this, folks, but they were on the floor. Now we're all set to go. Call in Arthur Schrank, who is down in... Chattanooga, Tennessee, Uncle Bob.
Yes, and he's being the guest of H.F. Bob Weirman from WDOD down there. And I understand that we're in for a few surprises from what Arthur says. So
Terrific.
come in, please, Chattanooga and Arthur Schrank.
Hello, We on? Hi, everybody. This is Arthur Schrank speaking to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee, at the rear of the Bob and Ray Trophy train. The folks here in Chattanooga have accepted the train beautifully, everybody. They've gone through. Hi, everybody. This is Arthur Schrank.
Come on, Schrank. The people want to hear the presentation.
Before the train leaves, friends, I'm going to introduce Mr. Weirman, and then Bob and Ray's small assistant, Wallace, has a special treat. What he's going to do is to make a recording. He's had a lot... Hi, everybody, Arthur Schrank. He's had a lot
Let
of...
me have that microphone,
Yes, sir,
Schrank.
Mr. Weirman. Well,
Call me Bob.
Bob.
Friends of Chattanooga, we're all very pleased that the trophy train could stop here, even though what started out to be a 4-car train loaded with Bob and Ray trophies now is a 2-car train. I understand, Arthur, that a great many of the trophies have been stolen. Is that right?
That's right, Mr. Bob. A lot of the...
Either Mr. Weirman or Bob.
All right.
Not Mr. Bob.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like I'm a juvenile.
Miss Juvenile.
No, Mr. Weirman.
Mr. Weirman, that's true. We've had a lot of things taken from the trophy train, so that all we need now are 2 cars to show everything that's left.
Well, I understand to make up for it now, though, we're going to hear the small assistant actually record a song. Is that right?
That's right. We have the Chattanooga Boys Orchestra here to accompany our small assistant, Wallace, as he's making a record for a big record company. Hello, everybody. This is Arthur Schrank. He's making a record, and he's going to do it right here with the Chattanooga Boys Orchestra. All right. All right, stand by. All right,
we're ready for it. Anytime you want, let it rip.
Ride your window here, the spring, the glorious spring is here. I'm watching you, what brings you to?
I think the train is going to leave.
Oh, that's great.
The train is pulling out.
What?
Pulling out of the station.
Did you have anything important to do, Mr.
I'm
Weirman?
going to get off.
We got a long trip.
Too bad, but shows another side of our little friend there. He's quite a voice. Has Arthur got a cold, do you think?
I don't
Sounded
know.
as if he might
Arthur has one of the worst speaking voices of any radio announcer I've ever heard.
He went to Dixion School, you know.
He what?
He went to Dixion
He did?
School.
Yes, that's what I understand. He and Olin Tice went to the same school.
Right. It's time right now, though, for our celebrity snapshot, and our guest is Mrs. Rose Vapid, actress, stunt pilot, sculptress, explorer, and nuclear physicist. Mrs. Vapid, how do you manage to combine all of these pursuits?
Nothing to it, buddy. I faked my autobiography, but I did do something the other day I can tell you about.
All right, Mrs. Vapid, will you go right ahead?
See, I was at Aunt Linkletter's house party. You know those riddles with the big prizes? Well, I won a car.
Good. Could you tell us the riddle?
Sure. Went like this. It's as round as it is square. Often seen in the shape of a pear. Visible for miles, yet no one can see it. Now what? Oh, yes. What in the world can be it?
Boy, that sounds like a toughie to me. I wouldn't know.
Well, my first impulse was to take a swipe at Art with my handbag for giving me such a dumb conundrum.
Uh-huh.
But instead, I just broke down and cried like a baby. And he felt so sorry for me, he gave me the car anyway.
Well, Art is a man with lots of heart.
I just love him and the house party. Listen to him every day, every weekday, on CBS Radio.
Good girl. And so do millions of other listeners, too.
I'll have to say goodnight now, I'm afraid. I left the car double parked outside. So long, buddy.
Goodbye to you, Rose Vapid, and congratulations on your lucky fluke.
It was nothing.
She's a grand lady, and we're certainly always happy to have her drop by.
Wally Ballou.
Little miss.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Wally Ballou is over at the Opera House here in town, and he has a very interesting interview, as all his interviews are, of course. So, Wally, please come in.
Wally Ballou here at the Opera House, standing backstage as the various performers warm up their vocal cords. Maybe you can hear the soprano in the background.
That's the soprano. She's having an awful time trying to hit that high note that she's supposed to.
She going on tonight, sir?
Oh, yeah, she'll be on.
She will be on stage.
She will sing the principal aria.
Let's see if we can pick up a little of that vocalizer. That should be enough. Now, you are also part of the performance, I understand. You're what is known as a super. Is that right, sir? Does that mean you're the superintendent here at the building, or what?
No, that's just an opera term meaning... that is nerve-wracking. That's an awful high note anyway.
It certainly is.
I don't think I've heard a bird hit a high note. A blue jay on occasion has hit something.
It's much higher than any bird I've heard.
Oh, my Lord.
I imagine she'd be called a coloratura soprano.
Yes.
Something of the sort. Now, you are going to be standing on the stage.
That sounds as though it hurts your throat.
And you're going to carry a spear.
I'm a spear carrier, to answer your question, Mr. Ballou. And,
you do this all year round, or just for kicks, or what?
No, only when the opera, of course, is functioning. In the summer, when the opera is all closed down like a drum, I carry a sign that says, "Eat at Ernie's. The food is good and delicious and cheap as can be."
That's what the sign says, or is that your personal opinion?
That's what the sign says.
Oh. Well, I'll try to get over there. I guess after a plug like that, I should get a free meal. I say after
Carlita, why don't you stop? You're going to hurt your voice.
I don't really think she's going to be prepared to go on tonight. Well, now it's better. Now she sounds better.
That's not her. That's Salvatore Bagaloni.
He's singing the lead tonight, I understand.
No, he's not the lead. He's a torchbearer that gets...
Maybe in the background...
He's a torchbearer that gets to sing.
Oh. Maybe you can hear the scenery being moved about and all of the preparations being made for another stirring performance.
Holy cats. Listen to that voice.
Does he sing that, no? In this particular
I have no idea. I had no idea that Salvatore could belt it out like that.
Right. So, as preparations...
Oh, that's Carlita da Rimini.
I think my engineer is ready to leave, and I know I, for one, am.
Yes.
And I want to thank you
Would you
for
like a throat lozenge, Carlita?
giving us a little background on the opera story as of...
Like a finger on a blackboard, isn't it?
Tonight. This is radio's Wally Ballou, returning it now to New York.
Hey, did you get that, Wally Ballou?
Oh, I think he figured probably had to tone it up a little bit for...
Wally. Terrific.
Boy, I don't know if you've noticed this, but it seems like this time of year lots of folks wind up suffering from cold miseries.
And if this happens to you, here's how you can get relief fast with 4-way cold tablets.
Here's Stuart Irwin, star of stage, screen, television.
Hello. Ask any actor. One thing we have no use for in the movies is a nasty cold. Who wants to go on the set with muscles sore, head throbbing? I need fast relief of cold miseries.
What do you do for it, Mr. Irwin?
I always take 4-way cold tablets. Then I feel better quickly. 4-way is the fast way to relieve cold distress, even of bad virus colds.
That's true. Clinical tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. In minutes, 4-way's exclusive formula speeds wonderful pain reliever into your bloodstream and all through your body. In the same time, the other leading brands showed no trace of pain-relieving medicines. None of the other leading cold tablets, only 4-way, started so fast to relieve all these cold miseries.
Relieves muscular pains, headache,
Reduces fever.
calms upset stomach.
Also overcomes irregularity. Today, get 4-Way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve those nasty cold miseries. 4-Way, only 29 cents.
Here and there, an oink-oink everywhere, an oink-oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Once again with his theme, here is Dean Archer Armstead, Director of Ballou Agricultural Enterprises.
Hello, Bob.
And representative of the Lackawanna, New York Field Station.
Bob,
What's that, Dean?
the hand and supposed to be comfortable.
I notice you have a copy of the 1960 Farmer's Almanac.
That's right. I want to thank those fellows up there, Ray Goulding, the editor, of the Lewis and Maine.
Oh, Geiger Brothers, yeah.
For many years have sent us our Farmer's Almanac.
Well, it's always a kind of a foreboding of the end of a year and the beginning of a new one when we received the Geiger Brothers Farmer's Almanac. And here, what do we have in
Our
this?
grand sire's free big frozen continent, plowed it from east to west.
What?
Gave it to us. This land is for us as our children to make richer and more fruitful. I took that from Farm Journal, which is on the inside cover of this year's Farmer's Almanac.
Well, now, one thing,
I think
of
it
course,
sums up nicely exactly how I feel.
it does.
The outlook's growing bleaker as the speakers rise and cough. Yes, many a polished speaker would be better polished off.
Tell me this, Dean.
And,
Of course, an almanac is great for telling us the weather a year ahead or attempting to predict. What do they look forward to in, say, January of 1960?
well, I'm looking ahead here. And the almanac.
What?
I was looking ahead here with the almanac.
Oh, you haven't checked
I
that.
can tell you when to plant your above-ground crop in January.
Above ground crops in January.
2nd, 3rd, 4th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 12th, 30th, and 31st.
Well, what crops?
And you know, 1960 is a bleak year. This is the year when ladies can
Right.
propose to men.
That's right, it is. And they're going to be
It's all
full
right, they never have before.
Is that in there, too?
No, but that was something I thought about on the way over.
Well, how about one or two jokes? Just to
Well, what
end
happens
up
to
on
a
a happy
person?
note.
Well, what happens? I wonder if you can answer me this. A person
A riddle?
No, but a person who has a birthday on the 29th of February.
Oh, yeah.
Every leap year. Does he have a birthday every 4 years or what?
Well, I suppose he...
I mean, it's a question. It is
one of those
something that I imagine some people have. I want to put more with it would care to write and tell me about.
If anyone is born on the 29th of February, I'm sure they'd be very happy to write
Well,
to you.
they won't write. I mean,
Dean
that's previous years. This year they won't be writing.
Well, no, they
It'd be
won't
like a
write.
little thing.
I mean, if they had been born on the 29th.
That's
in
right.
the previous year.
That's right.
But now I hear your
I'm
theme.
sorry.
I hear your theme, and that means that our time is up for now. Dean Archer Armstead, maybe you can leave us a little song.
Bob, good luck. And salute farmers.
What?
Salute your farmers.
Oh, salute to the farmers from Dean Archer Armstead, head of the Lackawanna, New York Field Station, Director of Bob and Ray Agriculture.
We do.
Have you rehearsed Great Come and Get It Day, so we'll look forward to it for...
Bob, I've been through my library. I had my assistant look for it, too. And I don't have an arrangement of it. And rather than go on and fake it, I'd only be endangering my reputation.
Well, I know. You mean...
And I don't want to spend the money for a big swinging arrangement, you know.
Reputation as Mr. Perfection, you mean?
Right.
Well, maybe we can get an arrangement made by somebody.
I hope so.
We'll try to. And we'll be back with a good bit of advice for you in just 10 seconds. That homely advice, Ray, is?
You can't spend more than you earn without getting into fiscal trouble. So until tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
This is the CBS Radio Network. Radio Network.